This is Jim Emter, Ahn Co, Alexandria, Minnesota, with their closing grain and livestock comments for April 17th, 2018. Corn market down 1 to 2 today. Soybeans up 4 to 5. Chicago wheat up 1 to 4. Minneapolis wheat up 4 to 5 3/4. Kansas City up 2 to 2.5. Really a choppy day. Really no sense of direction here. Market was higher and then faded a little bit and then came back, particularly in the beans and the wheat markets. Corn kind of sat there most of the day. A couple lower, penny lower, and chopped a little bit here today. Really, we're just stuck in a little bit of a rut here. We've got downside support areas ranging between 379 to 385 off the July. Upside resistance at 402. If we can break out, we potentially could get up into that 424 to 428 area. But we're just kind of stuck here with a lack of movement, lack of direction, and just kind of pausing for a minute to see how weather shakes out here a little bit. Obviously, going to be very important as to how we're progressing ahead first week of May. That's when we think a lot of the potential could be that we see the northern plains start to get rolling with the planting season. If we all of a sudden see any sniff of rain or delays beyond there, that's when the corn market could get much more dynamic. Otherwise, in the meantime, we're stuck with corn dealing with a strong basis right now. That I think is going to keep the market somewhat supported, and also a great opportunity to get those summer basis levels locked up. Beans, same token. A lot of bears around the marketplace, but really disappointed that it hasn't dropped yet. I think there's just really an understanding that you've got some bull news in the form of exports right now that have been pretty strong. That could change this week. No private sales so far, but that demand's been strong. And then the Argentine problem we're still trying to quantify versus the bear story of an increased acreage, big world stocks, big U.S. stocks, and really a tug of war there. So support measures all the way down to this 995 area. Upside resistance 1052 to 1082, and we're just stuck near that upper end of the range right now. Wheat market, after fading hard yesterday and starting the day weaker here today, we came back, roared higher, and it is only about a 1 to 5 cent higher close, but nonetheless we'll be watching these rains very carefully later this week. In the feeder cattle market, we were down 50 in the fronts, up 30 in the backs. Live cattle market up 20 to 90. Hog market down 27.5 in the fronts. Up 60 in the backs, and really just a back and forth action. Cattle on feed report really going to be the focal point this week. 108.8% placement number, on feed number, forecasted. Lesser marketings and placements forecasted. So the cattle on feed number will really be the key. 108.8 the expectation. Cash was strong to finish last week. We'll see if that can carry through, and that'll really set the tone this week here. Hog market just stuck reeling here a little bit. Heavyweight hogs. The snowstorm may be something to watch and part of the reason for the support, but as we work out and pass this snowstorm, we got to look at the expansion as well as the numbers and realize we are due a summer seasonal, which we're getting here maybe a little bit early, but some resistance ahead. This has been Jim Emter, Ahn Co, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.